Hello students, today we are going to read out and understand your lesson making pots. So you can put your fingers on the textbook first line and let us begin the lesson. Once there was a sparrow called Fudgudi and a crow called Bhante. They were fast friends. One day, Bhanate or Bhante said, "Oh Fudgudi, if you lay eggs first, then I will eat them. And if I lay eggs first, then you can eat them." Agreed? Fudgudi agreed. Now in this story, there is a crow and a sparrow. You can see it in the picture. Very beautiful, simple picture. So the crow is really very sarcastic and he is trying to fool that sparrow. So what is he saying? He is saying that, "Fudgudi, my dear friend, if you lay eggs first, let me eat them. And if I will lay eggs first, then I will let you eat my eggs." So the Fudgudi, she was, really into the period when she was about to lay the eggs, and by mistake she agreed. A few days later, Fudgudi had laid an egg. So she laid an single egg. So the crow came and said, "Give me your egg, I will eat it. Do give it, give it, give it." Fudgudi was scared. She said, "Yes, but I want you to first go and wash your beak in the river." Now see, though Fudgudi was his friend, she did not wanted to give her egg to that crow for eating because it was her child, it was her baby. So what she told, she was also very smart. She told crow to go to the river bank and wash his beak because she knew what is going to happen later on. So the crow, that is Bhante, he went to the river bank and said to it, "Oh river." River said, "Yes brother." Bhante said, "Oh river, please give me some water. With cold water, I'll wash my beak. Eating the egg is what I seek." Now see here, a 4-liner simple poem is taken just to bring in fun for your lesson. So children, what is the crow saying to the river? "With your cold water, I will wash my beak, and I need to wash my beak because I want to eat the egg." Now the river said, "But how will you fill water? Get a pot." So the river told the crow to get a earthen pot. Bhante went to the potter and said, "Oh potter, please give me a pot." So see children, in this beautiful picture you can see the potter is making a new pot and a lady behind that potter is decorating those pots. So actually they are very busy in their work, and when the crow arrived there and asked them for a pot, then what will the potter say? Yes, we have done the story before. So we know that the potter told him, the potter told the crow to get some clay. So the crow said, "In the pot I will get water from the river. With cold water I will wash my beak. Eating the egg is what I seek." Then the potter said, "But how do I make a pot?" "Go and get some clay from the clay pit." Bhante went to the clay pit and said to it, "Oh clay pit, please give me some clay." Now he is asking for the clay to the clay pit. Now what did he say? "The potter will make a pot for me. I will fill water in the pot. With cold water I'll wash my beak. Eating the egg is what I seek." So to the potter, to the clay pit, he is telling that I need the clay so that I can give it to the potter to make it into a pot. The clay pit said, "But how do I dig the soil?" "Get me a trowel from the blacksmith." Bhante went to the blacksmith and said to him, "Oh blacksmith." The blacksmith said, "Yes, brother Bhante, what do you want?" Bhante said, "Please give me a trowel. The clay pit will dig out clay for me with the trowel. I will get a pot made and get water in it. With cold water I will wash my beak. Eating the egg is what I seek." So the crow is so really wanting to have the egg, that everywhere it is telling its same story, that Please help me, I want to eat the egg. Now the blacksmith said, sure, you can take the troll, but do remember to return it. So the blacksmith is simply telling that you can take it, but do return it to me. So Bhante took the troll and went to the clay pit. It dug the soil and got some clay. Then the potter made a pot for him. Bhante filled water in the pot and washed its beak. He then ran to eat Fudgudi's egg. By that time, the sparrow's egg hatched. A little bird came out of it and flew away, far away from Bhante. So, see what has happened? As Bhante tried to fool Fudgudi, Fudgudi also fooled him. He asked her to give her egg to eat. What she did? She asked him to go and wash his beak into the river. So, the whole process took so much time that by that time, when he went to the potter, then he went to the clay pit, then he went to the blacksmith, then he again came to the potter. The potter made a pot which took so many days, because there is a process of making a pot, we have seen it in the earlier video. So by that time the eggs hatched and the little birds flew away. So Bhante did not get any egg to eat. This is the story. Now let us see the questions. Why did the crow need a pot? So the answer is, the crow needed a pot to wash his beak. The second question, who all helped the crow to make the pot? So the potter, clay pit, blacksmith helped the crow to make a pot. Next question is, what things did the potter need? Now, so the potter needs clay, water, potter's wheel and a kiln to make a pot. Next question, are there utensils made of clay in your house? Which are these? So in my house, following clay utensils are there: water pot, curd pot and dal pot. Now the next one is, if someone gives you clay, will you be able to make some utensils from it? Now on the next page, let us see what all you can make with the clay. So see students, a very interesting activity for you all. Now a bowl from a ball of clay. In the picture you can see that a clay ball is there, and by putting a thumb or a finger inside it, by pinching your finger inside the clay ball, you can make a bowl from it. So what you have to do is knead clay. What is meant by kneading? Kneading means to mix it with water. जसं कणिक तिंबतो ना, in that same manner. Knead clay and make a big ball. Using your thumb, make a small pit in the center by pressing so that it looks like a bowl. Leave it to dry and then decorate it. You can put things you like in this bowl. So there is a simple process of making the clay as well as how to make this. So I am sharing a small video with you wherein you can see how to make a proper clay and then how to use it to make a ball by pinching a finger in it. Now see, there is another way to make a bowl from a roll of clay. So a bowl from a roll of clay. What you have to do again? Need some clay. म्हणजे क्लेचा एक गोळा बनवून घ्यायचा माती आणि पाणी मिक्स करून. Keep aside some clay mixed with water. This will serve as glue to bind two different pieces of kneaded clay. So take a part of the kneaded clay and roll it like a thick chapati. This will be the base of the bowl. Roll the rest of the kneaded clay like a snake. Fix the clay snake on the base to make a pot as shown in the picture. So again I am sharing a video to explain how you can do such kind of a pot. So you have to roll a chapati first of all, and then you have to stick the rolls on that chapati. Let us see the video.
Stopping us right now. I feel.
Start by rolling out a piece of clay into a ball and then flattening it out on a piece of burlap for your base. Then you can take your wire clay tool and round out the edges a bit. Then you can gather up some scraps and some extra clay and roll it out for your first coil. Before you attach the coil, you need to score the edges of your base with the wooden stick. If you just put your coil right on there, it might fall apart once it's taken out of the kiln. You also have to score the coil. When you're done scoring, you can wet the base a little bit. Alright, and then you can start attaching. Alright, when you're done with that, you can start making your second coil. We're going to do about 3 to 4 rows for our pots.
Your love falls down on me, surround me like a waterfall.
Don't forget to score with your wooden stick.
Right now, I feel so close to you right
Okay, so now you guys can start taking some water and smoothing out your rough edges. Remember, you don't want to use too much, otherwise your pot could become soggy and flimsy.
There's no stopping us right now. There's no stopping us right now. There's no stopping us right now.
When you're all done, don't forget to write your name and class on the bottom of your pot.
Now we have already seen the two types by which you can prepare the clay pot. There is a third way. See here, a pot from a chapati of clay. This is quite simple. Look at the picture and make a pot. So what will happen if you store water in these pots overnight? So by just looking at the picture, rolling it, and then you have to make a chapati and you have to simply stick that rolled rectangle on that pot. Then this will be the other third type of the pot. So the next question which is asked over here is, what will happen if you store water in these pots overnight? Well students, if we will store water in these pots, it will start leaking because we have not baked them. So before using it, we have to sun bake it. As we are not potters, we don't have that potter's skill to bake them. So what we can do is we can simply keep it in sun for baking. Next is, we often keep water in a clay pot at home or in the school. Why do these pots not get spoiled by the water? Yes, the answer to this question is simple, that these pots which we use for putting water at home or in the school, those are baked in the kiln and are made stronger. So the portions of clay, those are already well binded and baked in the kiln. Coming to the next page, you have to discuss like long ago when people did not have any pots, what did those people do? So on the next page, dear students, there is a answer to this question which is given in the blue box. So we will read it. The next question is, why would people have made pots? So why would people have made pots? Because people have made pots to make the containers to keep various kinds of things like water, dal, food items, many things, even fruits, and the pots can be used to grow plants. So people have made pots to make various things and to also grow plants and to cook food. Okay. So what will happen one day if all the pots disappear from the world? So what do we write here? So if all the pots disappear from the world, we will not have earthen containers and we will really miss the good taste of the earthenwares, and in my house we will miss the cool and satisfying matka water very much. So now we are going to read this, like why pots were made. Many years ago, there was a time when people had no pots. They started feeling the need to store and cook food. So after a lot of effort and thinking, people learned to make pots. In the beginning, pots were made of stone and clay. People made pots of stones by digging and scraping stones with their hands. They made pots of clay by kneading the clay and shaping them with their hands. People also discovered that clay pots could be made stronger by baking them in fire. So basically, the need was to store food and water. So I think now we have answered all the questions. Do complete all the exercises. Thank you.